breathe. Say my name. I can't 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 breathe. Say my name.
First off, I'd just like to start by thanking each and every one of you for coming. It's amazing to know that there's this many people in my community who are willing to step up and make change in their own community through coming to this event. It really means a lot. Not only for myself, but for the African American community as well, and more importantly, a better future and a better country and world. So really quickly, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Jaison Williams. I'm 17 and I'm an incoming senior. And before we start the rally portion of our event, I'd like to tell you why today's date is significant in our country's history. So today is June 19th, if you didn't already know, known as Juneteenth, a significant date in our country's history that celebrates Black culture and history, but also sheds light on a magnitude of injustices against the African American community. In 1863, Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, which stated that all persons held as slaves shall be free. However, in Confederate-held areas in Texas, news of this emancipation did not spread until well over 2 years later. On June 19, 1865, enslaved African men and women found out that they were finally liberated. In spite of this liberation, to this day, African Americans have never experienced freedom to its fullest extent. In a country we built, we are not entitled to the American dream. It is 2020, and in every facet of life, Black people are still chained by the legacy of slavery. Bringing awareness to social injustice and continuing a modern-day fight for civil rights is especially important in my own community because the injustices that Black people live every day are so normalized in our community that many people are deaf to the inhibitors that we have to live with. It takes a tuned ear to hear. That means listening with the intention of learning and not listening with the intention of refutation. This event is a call to action in and around our community, asking people to educate themselves and advocate for change based on the unjust truths that they learn. We have to be willing to get uncomfortable in our efforts for societal change. Since I know that each and every one of you has gathered here today to respectfully listen and learn, I am asking you to leave this rally more informed than you came. With empathy, listen to the thoughts, experiences, and perspectives that may not be similar to your own. Additionally, after this event is over, think about what you can do in your own circles to make a lasting impact in your community. Maybe that means not tolerating a racist joke that you would normally let slide, or calling out in microaggression when you see one. Ultimately, consider this. How can you make a difference in your circle of influence by condemning injustice, advocating for what's right, and holding yourself and your peers to a higher standard of integrity? Thank you.